Hey, welcome to How to Get That Tone, and today we are going to be going over Plini. So I have four different tones, but the fourth one just not on here because I don't have a fourth button to be able to save a preset to, but that's okay because the fourth tone is pretty much going to be using the exact same pedals that are going on in the clean, but I'll talk more about that in a little bit. What I have going on here is I have clean, burst, and crunch. So for the clean, that is pretty much for the intro and as well as the So I'll talk more about it, give you guys a little bit of my thought process behind why I made it like that. But first, let's talk about the burst tone because this one has the most stuff going on with it. So what I have going on for my amp is I am using the SL100 Crunch. If you are using a different modeler, look for the amp that is based off of the SLO100 Crunch Soldano amplifier. So look for that on your modeler. And I'm pretty sure it's going to have all the same settings. Once you load that up, put in 50% preamp, 72% master volume, middle is at 47, presence at 71, treble is at 63, bass is at 33, and I have the bright settings turned on. Alright, and after that, I have a overdrive pedal, and for this one, I pretty much just loaded up a light preset. So the drive is at 0. Tone is at 50% and the level is at 90. And after that, I have a second overdrive pedal, but that is for the crunch settings. So we're just gonna skip that and just leave an empty block in there for now. And after that, I have a dynamic compressor. For if you're using a headrush, I'm pretty sure I just loaded up the suppress preset. I don't think I changed any of the settings because, to be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing with compressor. I don't know what any of this means. So I just loaded up preset, played around with it, and I was like, that sounds pretty good. So threshold is at negative 36.6 decibel, gain is at 12 decibel, release is at 83, attack is at 0.15, ratio is 2.2 to 1, knee is at 15 decibel. And after that, we have a tape echo delay pedal. So I have this synced to the BPM of kind. So if you want to fix your headrush to a specific BPM, what you need to do is go up to the three dots up in the right hand corner, go to hardware assign, and you'll see the tempo settings right there. Just change it to fixed and then tap on this and you'll be able to adjust it to the BPM that you like. So the BPM that I have it fixed to is 125. So when you go back to your delay pedal, turn on your sync, have the delay set to 1.4. Feedback is going to be at 15% and mix is at 15. Everything else is on 0% and off. Like you want it to be just light enough for it to not be noticeable as you're playing, but once you stop, the delay will be noticeable by then. Timed by Plini. Let me load that up. That way I can kind of give you guys a bit of a like an A and B comparison between the two. Right there, you can hear that the delay happening. Right there. So you can hear that. Whoop. So you can hear that. That is why I have the delay program to be like that. Alright, so next I have a reverb going. And ignore the preset. I'm pretty sure I just loaded that up for my first time and then changed some settings. I reduced the decay down to 20%. The tone is at 100% and the mix is at 22%. So the reason why I have the reverb on is because it has a bit of a roomy sound to it, so. So it definitely makes it sound way better when you have that reverb going. Alright, and then after that I have a ambiverb, which we will be going over after this. So just leave an empty block there for now. And for my cab, I'm using the 4x12 65 watt with the condenser 87 microphone. So that is the verse. Now let's go into the clean. The only difference between these two tones is just turning off the overdrive and turning off the reverb and just activating the ambi reverb. The setting that I have going on for that is I have the attack on 10%, release is at 50, mod is at 30, and tone is at 0, mix is at 50%, and tails are off. Now I'm using that on the middle position, so it has both of these pickups turned on. But for the verse, you just stick with the neck pickup. For the compressor, echo, the delay are all the same settings. Alright, so for the crunch, you're just turning off the tape echo and reverb, and as well as the first overdrive pedal, and you're just activating the heavier overdrive pedal. And so the drive for that is at 66%, tone is at 40, level is at 90. So you can get that. Alright, so with the crunch, all you're doing is just turning everything off except for the compressor, amp, and the cab, and activating the heavy overdrive. And the semi-fourth tone that I was talking about has to do with that background lead that is going on underneath that main hook. So what's going on with that is it has delay and the ambiverb going on, but you're just upping the mix. I would give it like a 30% maybe. And the ambiverb, you're gonna also up that as well. I think you may also need to add in. Yeah, you're gonna need to have a overdrive pedal turned on for that.